Imagine a planet almost the same size as Earth. Similar mass, similar gravity, once maybe similar oceans. A world that scientists still call Earth's twin. But today, this planet is hot enough to melt lead. Its clouds rain acid. Its surface can crush submarines. And its sky traps heat so efficiently that it has become the hottest planet in our entire solar system. This is Venus, the planet that proves how fragile a habitable world really is. In this documentary, we will uncover why Venus is called Earth's twin, what Venus was like billions of years ago, how it transformed into a runaway greenhouse nightmare, and the terrifying question scientists are now asking. Could Earth ever follow the same path? From a distance, Venus looks almost familiar. Venus is only 5% smaller than Earth. Its gravity is 90% of Earth's, meaning a human could walk on Venus without floating or being crushed instantly. Its rocky composition is nearly identical to Earth. In many ways, Venus and Earth were born as siblings. Both formed from the same cloud of dust and gas over 4.5 billion years ago. Both developed solid crusts, volcanoes, and atmospheres. Both existed in what scientists call the inner habitable zone early in the solar system's history. For decades, astronomers believed Venus might be a jungle planet, covered in oceans and life, hidden beneath thick clouds. But that belief would not survive contact with reality. Venus does not behave like a normal planet. First, it spins backward. If you stood on Venus, the sun would rise in the west and set in the east. One full rotation, a single Venusian day, takes 243 Earth days. But here's the strangest part. A year on Venus, one orbit around the sun, takes only 225 Earth days. That means a day on Venus is longer than its year. This slow, backward rotation may be one of the key reasons Venus became uninhabitable, because it allowed heat to build up instead of being redistributed efficiently. Venus's atmosphere is a warning sign written in clouds. It is composed of 96.5% carbon dioxide, thick layers of sulfuric acid clouds, almost no oxygen. Atmospheric pressure 92 times stronger than Earth's. Standing on Venus would feel like being 900 meters underwater on Earth before the heat even kills you. And the heat is unimaginable. Hotter than Mercury, even though Mercury is closer to the sun. Why? Because Venus suffers from a runaway greenhouse effect. On Earth, greenhouse gases trap some heat, just enough to keep the planet warm. On Venus, the system broke. Long ago, Venus likely had water vapor, oceans, a milder climate. But being closer to the sun, Venus received more solar energy. Water vapor, itself a greenhouse gas, increased. As temperatures rose, more water evaporated. This created a feedback loop. More heat, more water vapor, more trapped heat, more evaporation. Eventually, Venus's oceans boiled away completely. Solar radiation then split water molecules apart, allowing hydrogen to escape into space forever. Once Venus lost its water, there was no return. Venus is not a dead world. It is one of the most volcanically active planets we know. The surface is covered with massive lava plains, shield volcanoes larger than Earth's, pancake-shaped lava domes, giant coronae formed by rising magma. Unlike Earth, Venus has no plate tectonics. Heat builds up beneath the crust until the planet essentially resurfaces itself in catastrophic volcanic episodes. Some scientists believe Venus completely remelts its surface every 500 million years, erasing its past like a planetary reset. Venus has clouds, but they are deadly. These clouds are made of sulfuric acid. Yes, acid rain exists on Venus. But here's the terrifying twist. The rain never reaches the surface. It evaporates mid-air due to extreme heat, creating a phenomenon called virga, ghost rain that falls from the sky and vanishes before touching the ground. Venus is a planet where even rain is a lie. When humanity first reached Venus, optimism died quickly. Early probes were crushed within minutes. The Soviet Venera landers were the first to survive, briefly, sending back haunting images of a yellow, rock-strewn landscape beneath an orange sky. Some probes lasted less than 60 seconds before melting. Electronics failed. Pressure collapsed structures. The environment proved more hostile than scientists ever imagined. Venus became known as the most dangerous planet to land on. Did Venus ever have life? Here is where Venus becomes truly fascinating. Recent climate models suggest Venus may have had liquid water for up to 3 billion years. That is more than enough time for life to emerge. In 2020, scientists detected phosphine in Venus's upper atmosphere, a gas associated with biological activity on Earth. While the discovery remains controversial, it reignited one of the biggest questions in astronomy. Did life once exist on Venus? And if so, did it escape to Earth? Or did it perish when Venus became uninhabitable? Venus is not just a planet. It is a lesson. Venus shows us how climate systems can spiral out of control, how small differences can create radically different outcomes, how a habitable world can become permanently uninhabitable. Earth and Venus started similarly. One became a cradle for life. The other became a furnace. The difference may come down to distance from the sun, rotation speed, presence of oceans, atmospheric balance. Venus is the ghost of what Earth could have been. Can Earth become like Venus? Scientists call this scenario Venusification. Earth will not become Venus anytime soon. But Venus shows that climate change is not a theory. It is a planetary process. Given enough time, rising solar output will eventually trigger a runaway greenhouse effect on Earth too, billions of years from now. Venus reminds us that habitability is temporary. Planets do not stay friendly forever. Venus is making a comeback. New missions are being planned to study its atmosphere in detail, map its surface with advanced radar, search for chemical signs of life, understand planetary climate collapse. Venus may hold the answers to how Earth-like planets evolve, why some worlds die, how to recognize habitable exoplanets. To understand Earth's future, we must understand Venus's past. Venus is Earth's twin, not because it looks like Earth today, but because it shows what Earth could become under the wrong conditions. It is a planet of lost oceans, runaway heat, and silent warnings written in stone and acid clouds. Venus tells us one final truth. Being Earth-like is not enough. Staying Earth-like is the real miracle. If this documentary changed how you see Earth and Venus, like, subscribe, and share. Because the universe has many stories, and some of them are warnings.